Yo, what's poppin'? What's good?
Hold on. I gotta go get some soap. Hold on.
Oh shit, he about to go get the masculine identity soap. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. Who we got up in here? Man Club Studios. What up, Soulmonger? What up, Unique 79 in the motherfucking building? We got AJ Lindo in the building. Who else we got up in here? Paul G, monogamous player. We got Joe Blast in the motherfucking building. Shout out to my lady, April MC in the motherfucking building. Shout out to April. Shout out to Phoenix Smiles. Hayes was good. Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Rodney. What's up? Shout out to Hakeem in the building. Atlantis in the building. What's going on? Prince, Tata, Rakim, what up? Malusa, what's going on? Focused all day in the building. What's popping? And Miles has got the masculine identity soap. Make sure that you guys get that masculine identity soap. That shit is fire.
Yo, already mailed some out today. Shout out to the people that already ordered their shit. You feel me?
Right. So
shout out to Isaac Moore. Shout out to Troy Scott. Shout out to my peoples, man, for getting the soap. And guys, check this out. Look, I suggest going to the link. I just put the link in there. I suggest going to the link and buying the soap instead of giving a Cash App or whatever, or sending money that way. Send us money to buy a soap. At least you get something back if you buy the soap. You feel me?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you guys can make that happen. Get that shit cracking and do what it does. You feel what I'm saying? So guys, the call-in number is 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. And today we're going to be talking about why 99% of women's feelings. We got
Yo, 224. What's up?
Yeah. I donated it to me.
All right. What up? What's going on?
So yeah, I just had a quick question. So I was talking to this chick or whatever yesterday, right? You know what I'm saying? We were like making out and stuff at the bar or whatever, but I didn't like close the deal. Like I got to be honest.
What's the question, bro? What's the question?
Yeah, so she asked me like what I was doing like twice. And then I was telling her, I was like, oh yeah, I think I was coming over to yours at like 8.
What's the question?
My question is, but then she just stopped responding after asking.
All right, fuck all that. we got a show to do. We got a fucking show to do.
It's like, fuck out of here with that shit. So listen, guys, we're gonna play this Game Kings trailer one real quick, and then we come back, we're gonna get into this game. We're gonna be talking about why 99% of women's feelings should not be taken seriously. And we're gonna talk about the only type of feelings to take seriously when it comes to dealing with these ladies. All right. So let's get this shit cracking.
Everybody has games. The thing is though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I'll tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just, they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than 2 genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only 2 genders. Only 2 genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could be You could look like Boris Joe. You be 6'8", you know, have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust. They just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
You got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
We are back. We are back on the show. See, April said the soap is so good, the packaging is on point. That's a fact. You guys got to get this goddamn soap. I'm telling y'all, listen, man, the shit says masculine identity on the soap. You understand? I've been washing my hands with that soap all week. The shit is great. I'm telling y'all, this shit is dope. It smells good, and it smells masculine, too. It don't smell like, you know, peaches and shit and flowers and you know, all that other stuff. You feel what I'm saying? It's a very manly soap. I'm just saying. You feel what I mean? But yeah, but shout out to the soap, man. You guys got to get that soap. The links is in the chat. So today, guys, today's show, we're talking about, you know, why 99% of women's feelings should not be taken seriously, right? And this is something I feel is very important for guys to understand, because what happens is a lot of times guys take women's feelings and emotions seriously, and then it impacts how they lead or manage the relationship because they're taking the women's feelings seriously. So one example of it is this too, is this, check this out. Like, what happens is that sometimes a woman, right, is going to feel a certain way about a certain thing. But what you have to understand is the reason why you can't take her feelings seriously in certain contexts is because in some situations, she feels a certain way that doesn't necessarily line up with your perspective on reality. And I'm going to break that down. So what that means is this, right? Let's say you chilling with your girl, right? And she says to you, well, I don't feel like we spend a lot of time together, right? But let's say you've been spending all week with her. Right? Let's say I went on a trip, I spent all week together, and then y'all get back, and then the next day, you know, she's like, I just feel like we don't spend a lot of time together. Right? But what happened is literally you guys have been spending all week together. But from her perspective, y'all aren't spending time because to her, spending time means that you got to be doing a specific thing within that time. But from your perspective, we spent all week together. We were together all week. So now what happens is that you're going to fall into her perspective if you take how she feels seriously. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is this, a lot of guys will do that where they'll start to feel some type of way because of her expressing her feeling. April said, that's me. Are you making fun of me? No, I'm not making fun of you, baby. Don't worry about that. So we're just talking general here, right? Because we're broadcasting. So what happens is this. Also, for example, another example, your girl might say to you, and again, I'm not making fun of April. Your girl might say to you, hey, you know, I don't think you love me or whatever, right? Or she'll say, I feel like you don't love me. But in your mind, you're like, I love the shit out of you. What are you talking about? But from her perspective, because you might not be doing a certain thing, she may feel as if you don't love her. So then you're going to start to question yourself because you're like, well, damn, am I doing something wrong? Should I do more shit? Should I listen to what she's saying and then do the thing she's saying that I need to do to make her feel loved? And then you start going down that fucking rabbit hole, right? And then what happens is a lot of times you start switching up your situation because you're trying to basically get this woman, right, to feel a certain way because you don't like the fact that she's feeling upset or she's feeling some type of way. But see, this is why you can't necessarily take a woman's feelings seriously, because you have to ask yourself this question. How is she feeling, and is how she feeling based off of anything that's really happening? Or is it based off of her perspective or her perception on what's really happening?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, Miles, what's your thoughts on that shit so far?
Well, first of all, feelings are not facts.
Exactly. That's a fact.
And this is exactly why I don't really think like men and women should be having serious discussions on podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like if you want to make a podcast with just women sitting around talking shit, cool.
Right.
Right? If you just want to have a general podcast where it's like light topics and men and women might be discussing things, cool. You understand? Right. Like, you know, like how Regis and Kathy Lee, they just asking lighthearted questions to the interviewee. Like, you know, the stars come on the show. Hey, so how's your new movie? And what was it like filming? And blah, blah, blah. Like just lighthearted shit.
Right.
I'm cool. But when it comes to men and women having serious conversations about relationships, about life, about, you know, pregnancy and politics and religion and, you know, relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Right.
Because the way women don't lie. Women don't tell the truth. They say how they feel at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with talking to women about serious topics on a podcast on camera,
right,
means that she's going to feel a certain way because she knows she's being watched by hundreds or thousands or millions of people. So she's going to feel a certain way. And because of the way she feels, she's going to say something.
Exactly.
But guess what? That same fucking woman, when me and her is alone and I fucking pull her close to me and I say, bitch, go in the kitchen, make me a fucking sandwich.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then come back here and lick my fucking balls. And then I'm gonna flip you around and fuck the shit out of you and push your fucking sugar walls back all the way like I'm moving furniture in that pussy.
Right.
She gonna look at me and say, yes, daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Because of how she feels in the moment behind closed doors with me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But when she's being watched on the podcast by millions of people, oh, well, I'm independent and I'm a bad bitch and I make 6 figures and I got my job and I make my own money.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's just me and her, go make that sandwich, baby.
Right.
Yes, daddy.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's why I don't really give a fuck. Like, I really don't care.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to these podcasts and asking women questions, I don't fucking care, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't ask women questions. I instruct them.
Right. Exactly. That's a fact. That's a fact. And you know, when you care, see, the thing is, when you care in that capacity, in that sense, this is where women can actually sort of manipulate you with their feelings.
Exactly.
They can do that all day.
And you see the shit, and shout out to the whatever podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever these niggas ask these bitches a logical fucking question, they get all frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them get up and leave the fucking podcast.
Right.
How am I supposed to take you seriously when your emotions are so got you so fucked up that you can't answer a question, and then when you're backed into a corner, you just get frustrated and walk out.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine these people set up a whole podcast and they put seats and they position everybody and they got 6 cameras on, motherfuckers. They got lights. They got everything. Everything is scheduled and set. Somebody asks you a fucking question and you're just like, well, I don't feel like I'm being respected. And this is a question that you're moving the goalpost. And you know what? I'm leaving. And I'm supposed to fucking take you seriously?
Right.
The fuck out of here.
Right.
Bro, I love women. And see, and when people hear me say shit like this, they'll swear to God that I'm a chauvinist and I hate women or some dumb shit like that. But I love women. Therefore, I protect them from themselves.
That's a fact.
What are you talking about?
That's a fact.
I don't play when it comes to women, bro, I don't play games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play games because I don't need your feelings to get fucked up in a situation and make the situation worse.
Right.
I need to guide you and lead you and keep you focused on being the best woman you can be for me.
Right.
Other than that, I have nothing to talk about with females, bro. Because you on a podcast with a bunch of females that are not associated to you, that have no reason to respect you because you're not their leader. But I'm supposed to be asking you questions and seeing how you feel about politics and about relationships and about all this shit. I could give a fuck less because you're not my woman.
Right. And you're not going to say anything of substance because most of what's being said, like you said, is based off of how they feel in the situation.
Right.
And so times dudes, they be taking this shit so seriously, like, man, you know what, this is so messed up out here, man, because all these women want a high value man with 6 figures and a 6-pack and blah blah blah. I'm like, so where you heard that from? Well, it was this podcast and this girl was saying it. I'm like, nigga, she just talking shit.
Bro, I watched this shit the other day. I watched this. The bitch said men are so superficial. Right after she said that, the nigga was like, okay, so how tall does the guy you're dating have to be?
Right.
She said 6'2". And he was like, wait, so how tall are you? She was like 5'5".
Right.
And he was like, so, and niggas just, it was one of them, you know, them clips. Niggas was just like, wait, so men are superficial.
Right.
But you're 5'5" and you need a man to be 6'2".
Right.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But see, you got to understand something too, and this is what guys got to understand. See, when women talk about certain things and it's about their feelings, what they feel about certain things only apply to them.
Right.
So what that means is, this is why when she says, well, guys are superficial, even though she's also superficial, but being superficial does not apply to her. It doesn't matter if she's superficial, but I don't want you to be superficial. You see what I'm saying? So that's how it works. So this is why you can't take it seriously, because the woman will say she doesn't want, and this is why I tell you guys a lot of times when you guys get into this like territory of like, you know, like trying to do this thing where you're worried about what women are doing and what women are saying and all this other stuff, you get so caught up because you don't realize that the way that women think about certain things is totally different. Right. So what happens is this. So for example, exactly the man and women is not equal. And guys, you can get that shirt at thebadboystyle.com. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys go to thebadboystyle.com to get that shirt. But like I was saying earlier, a woman could manipulate you with her feelings because if you're susceptible to it, then what's going to happen is that you're going to be caught up in her feelings and trying to rectify what's going on to make her feel better. So, for example, a woman might start crying on purpose to sort of disarm you.
And now they've done that they do that on these fucking podcasts.
Yeah, because what happens is that when things get uncomfortable for a woman, what will happen is that she sort of does something to sort of get out of this situation. This is why either she'll cry or she'll get really frustrated and upset and make it seem like she's being attacked. And then so you feel like, damn, well, I don't want you to get mad. I don't want you to get upset. I don't want you to feel like I'm trying to. And then so you're like, okay, chill. You're like, you understand, like that sort of feeling in you, the compassion you have, or hopefully you have some compassion. You start to be like, damn, I don't want you to start crying and being all upset. But a lot of times that's happening because they don't want to have to deal with the situation. I'll tell you a funny story, right? I was on this dating app one time, right? And there was a chick that I matched with, and we exchanged numbers or whatever. And then I had told her, and this is a while ago. This is like years ago. I had told her, I said, did you see my profile? Because I says I'm non-monogamous, right?
Yes.
And then so she was like, so you got a woman already, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, and then she was like, oh, I don't really know about that. But then by the end of the conversation, I said, yo, let's meet up. And she says, okay, cool, we'll meet up. Right. But long story short, we didn't end up meeting up because for whatever reason, like schedules got, mixed up or whatever. So we didn't meet up. Now, fast forward a few years later, right? I forgot about this girl. And she probably forgot about me. We matched again, right? On the app.
Mm-hmm.
So we exchanged numbers. I typed her number in my phone, and then I realized it was the same thread of the girl from years before. I said, oh, this is the same chick. I didn't even realize, right? So I said, cool, let's meet up for a drink. So we meet up for a drink, right? So we talk and we chilling, and I say to her, you know, I mentioned something. I was like, yeah, you know, me and my girl or whatever. She's like, girl? She's like, you have a girl? And I was like, yeah, I got a girl. I'm not monogamous. She's like, what? I thought you were single. I said, no, I'm not monogamous. She's like, you know, if I knew you had a girl, I would have never met you today. And I said, but wait a second. If I go into my fucking phone in the call log of when we met years ago or talked years ago, I told you I had a girl and you said you would meet me.
Right.
And I literally showed her the fucking thing that said that you would meet me knowing that I have a girl. And this is what she did. This is what she did. She was like, so are you using that against me? And I said, I'm not using it against you. I'm just showing you said this. And then she says, oh, but I thought you were single. I said, and I went into my profile. I said, what does that say right there? And then she was like, and it said non-monogamous. She was like, and then this girl took her fucking coat and ran out the fucking place. Like she took her coat and ran out the place.
I think this might be K-Zag. K-Zag, that's you?
Yeah, it's me, bro.
All right, what's up, man? K-Zag in the building.
It reminds me of how guys, because you know most guys in this YouTube space are guys with low self-esteem, insecure, and they lack confidence.
Right.
And they literally allow what you guys are saying, what women say publicly on these platforms when they say, "Oh, I want a guy that's 6 foot plus," or "I want a guy that makes," and this is no shade to Fresh and Fit. There was a clip where Myron and old boy were talking, and the women were saying, "Oh, I want a guy that makes 100." Another chick says, "I want a guy that makes 200,000." So forth and so on. So at the end of the clip, Myron and Fresh were like, "See, guys, this is why you got to get your finances in order." And I'm looking at that shit, and I said, "This is the type of shit that keep insecure guys insecure." Is when women say shit publicly, and then whoever their favorite YouTuber is, they perpetuate that same narrative. The reality of it, and this is nothing against them, but the reality of it is, you guys know, like I know, those same women who say, "I want a guy that makes 200,000, 300,000," they're not dating a guy like that when they say it.
Right. Exactly.
But they still want dick. So that means the guys they are currently fucking while they waiting for that guy don't make that kind of money. Guys have to remember, it ain't no different. I'll put it another way. It ain't no different than when guys say, "What do you bring to the table?"
Right.
Which is easy as fuck for guys to even say that to a woman. So what they're saying is, "Oh, I want a woman who has this, that, and the third." But at the moment they're saying it, they're not fucking that woman. They're fucking some chick that ain't got nothing, that ain't doing nothing for them.
Exactly.
So I say all that to say this: it doesn't matter what people say they want or what they feel entitled to. The reality is, like I think Miles, you said it, behind closed doors, the reality is much different. It don't matter. Look, I've dealt with girls where I was not their physical type, and they told me what their physical type was. And I did a video where this one chick was like, "Oh, I like 6 foot plus niggas that are light skinned with colored eyes." And I'm like, "Well, I don't meet none of that shit." You know what I'm saying? But yet she fucking me.
It's a fact.
So it don't matter. And I think you said it earlier. When women are in public, they're wearing a mask. Okay?
Right.
People got to remember, they probably told their mama, their cousins, and their sisters, "Oh, I'm gonna be on this podcast." So when they presented with certain questions, they're like, "Oh shit, I can't tell the truth."
Exactly.
I'm really living, because number one, it's gonna make me look like the opposite of what I'm trying to portray publicly, and then I'm gonna give away to how I'm really living privately. And I don't want people to know that I'm the type of chick, I'll fuck a bummy nigga if he's cute enough. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit.
Right. Listen, let me. I sound like Kizak. No, but check this out. I told y'all times and times before that women are interested in their survival.
Right.
Okay? Women are interested in their survival. So what we have to understand about the difference between today and years ago, I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds of years ago. You got to remember, right? If you were the type of nigga to go against the Roman Catholic Church, you were a dead man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? If you was the type of nigga to go against, for example, say we was in the Roman Empire back in the day, and you was the type of nigga you talking shit against Julius Caesar, huh?
Right.
You're a dead man. Okay, so think about that for a second. Now, imagine if you asked a woman her opinion back then. Who the fuck is she siding with? She's siding with the nigga that's gonna win.
Right.
She sided with the most powerful ruler. She sided with the Roman Catholic Church. She sided with the side that's gonna ensure her fucking survival. Okay?
Right.
So that's always been a woman's MO. She only says what she needs to say in order to survive. But it's just that in today's society, we have all these fucking freedoms and conveniences with technology.
Right.
But it's still the same fucking woman.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, when she knows that there are thousands of people watching, she has to, and she knows that when she go back home, her girlfriend is gonna be like, "Girl, why you ain't talk that boss bitch diva shit?
Mm-hmm.
Why you out here making us women look weak?" She knows she gonna hear that shit when she go back home. So what she got to do? Well, I need a nigga with 6 figures and this and that and that, and I'm a boss bitch and I make my own money and I got my OnlyFans page popping. And da, 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 da. You understand?
Yeah.
Because she knows she gonna face some type of music later on. But ask her the real question: what do you want, bitch? I'm just trying to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Which one of y'all niggas got a bitch covered? That's what she really want to ask. Which one of y'all niggas is gonna cover a bitch? That's what she really trying to ask.
Mm-hmm.
But because we got all these freedoms today, that's why I tell y'all, women don't lie. They don't tell the truth. They say what they need to say in the moment so they can survive. That's it.
Exactly.
And Miles, and see, yeah, and the title that you guys are talking about is you can't pay attention to 99% of women's feelings. Is because this is what women know. Women know when it comes to dealing with men, they don't have any real leverage or power.
Right.
The only real leverage or power they have is their vagina. Right? It is the fact that if I pretend that I'm sad or I'm upset, he might feel like he can't fuck me tonight, so he gonna act right. Like I remember, I don't know if it was you, Miles, by yourself, or both you and Lucario, but you guys got a call, and there was a guy that got into it with his girl, and he was upset with her.
Right.
And she started acting funny, and he said he apologized to her, not because he was wrong, but because he didn't want her being mad at him.
Exactly.
Bitch ass nigga.
Exactly. And that's what they do.
But this is what I know. If my girl is mad at me, she's gonna make my situation difficult. Meaning, I'm not gonna be able to hug on her like I'm not gonna be able to kiss her. She gonna say, "Don't touch me." She gonna say, "Nigga, the couch is yours." Throw that nigga a pillow on a blanket and say, "That's you tonight." I don't understand how niggas even get down like that. But also, they know she gonna put a lock and a key on a pussy. Which my thing is, the relationship need to be over after that shit happens. That's just my personal opinion.
Exactly.
But even with that, women know who they can do the fake tears for. You know what I'm saying? Like Biggie said, tears don't affect me. Like a bitch could cry, I don't even pay attention. But see, once you take away a woman's power to use her emotions and tears against you, she got no choice but to either leave you or listen.
Right. Exactly.
I'm gonna let y'all get back to y'all joint and check it out.
All right, K-Zag, appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir. All right, so and then we got who we got? We got 404. You are on with Lucario and Miles. Did you donate?
I did, sir.
All right. Name, age, and city.
He originally from Queens, man.
All right. How old are you?
40.
All right. What's on your mind, bro? What's going on?
I just want to, try to the topic. Like I said, as a man in my 40s, I've had experienced a lot of relationships. I've experienced a lot of bullshit from women as well. So I could tell you clearly that what you're saying basically is true. A lot of what they say is not really how they feel. The actions and the words are two different things, and it's really based on the emotion at the time. I think Dante Nero, Patrice O'Neal's man, said that women's logic is false logic because, again, it's based on the emotion at the time. So I truly 100% believe in that, because they could tell you something disgusting one day, and the next day be telling you that they love you again. So that's fact.
Exactly.
My opinion.
Exactly. That's facts. That's facts.
Real shit. Real shit, man.
All right. So do you have a question or anything else you want to add?
I do. I just want to shout you out. You know what I'm saying? I happen to be a fan of your show. I'm big. I fuck with the Red Pill community. I do fuck with Fresh and Fit. I fuck with Taste. I fuck with everybody. I understand and I respect your view of it. Every coin has two. So I could take in both sides and respect both of them.
All right. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right. We appreciate you, man. You have a good one.
Yeah, man.
All right. All right, guys, y'all could call in, man. Y'all could call in 919, 647?
647-9392. And also I want to say this too, as far as you're talking about not taking women's feelings seriously, you should also not take a woman's feelings seriously, even when it's positive. What I mean by that is this, is that, your girl is like, oh, chicks that you're dealing with, they're like, oh, you're so cool. I like you. Everything is good. Everything is hunky-dory. That's fine. But you still don't want to take it seriously necessarily, right? Because what happens is that if you take it seriously, then you're setting yourself up for disappointment when it's the opposite. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like you're basically gonna be on a high, and then when it's the opposite, you're going to be on a low. So what you want to do is you want to stand back from both of those things and keep shit sort of neutral in your mind and be prepared for all of it. You see what I'm saying? But don't be affected by any of it. And see, that's the thing, is that when you get caught up in a woman's emotion, a lot of times you're basically it's almost like you're getting whisked away into nonsense land in a lot of cases. Because what happens is that you are now in her world of feeling that's not really attached or associated to anything that's actually going on. Now, this is the only time you take a woman's feelings seriously. I'm going to say this. The only time you take a woman's feelings seriously is if she's feeling a certain way directly by something that happened. You understand? So if she's feeling a certain way directly from something that happened under your leadership, and I'm not talking about her feeling a certain way about what she thinks happened. I mean something that actually is happening.
Right.
Then you can say, okay, let's discuss that. Let's address that. But if it's not any of that, then you don't really need to take it seriously, because it's just feelings about whatever. But we can take the call.
Wait, no, can you give an example of what you mean when you said something? And monogamous, we'll get you in just a minute, man. Can you hang out for a minute?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. No, all right. Yeah, hang out. So yeah. Give an example of what you mean by that, Lucario, please.
So let's say for example, right? You basically said to your girl or something. You said, hey, like they all were talking about like going somewhere on vacation or something like that, right? And then she was like, oh, I want to go on vacation. And you're like, all right, cool. We're going to go on vacation at this date or whatever. And then what happens is that around the time of the date, you already got the shit. You already got everything planned. And then for whatever reason, some other thing comes up that you might want to do. You want to go to some fucking event or whatever. And you say, oh, listen, I'm going to cancel this shit because I really want to go do this thing. You feel what I'm saying? Now she's feeling upset about that, or she's feeling some type of way about that because you sort of reneged on the actual plan of what you said you were going to do with her.
Right.
So that's you being flip-floppy and being inconsistent and being like all over the place with what you were trying to do. Right. So in that regard, then you can take that seriously, because something actually is like she's actually feeling a certain type of way based off of how you were moving and based off of what is actually happening in the situation. Because that's an actual real situation that's happening in reality based off of you and her in the situation and also based off of your leadership, right? Now, or lack thereof, right? But if you said, hey, we're going to go on this trip and, you know, we're going to go to this place. Yeah, go on the trip. Yeah, go to this place. And then she's feeling some type of way because she feels like, you know, oh, I feel like you don't love me because you only spent a half an hour in the bed with me instead of 45 minutes. You don't need to fucking worry yourself about that shit. Don't even like, you don't even got to really address that. Because sometimes what happens is this. A lot of times when women are feeling how they're feeling, you just have to let them feel it and let it pass.
Yeah.
You understand? You don't have to get caught up because you spend a lot of time and energy and effort and you start stressing yourself out because she's feeling a certain way. And you be like, well, what do you mean I don't love you? What difference does it make that I did this and you know, I was only in the bed for half an hour? What you mean? Don't I do this? So now you get into this argument with your girl based off of her feelings. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so now what happens is and this is the thing that you can do. If it's those situations where she's feeling that way, you can simply say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry you feel that way. That's it. That's it. And then you just keep it moving.
Right. And I would say too, to go back with the example of what you're saying, like if you promise your girl something or you say something's gonna happen and then it doesn't happen, or you renege or something goes wrong, it's still up to you as a man to address it's still up to you as a man to address the fault.
Right.
And even with that respect, there's not much input that she needs to give.
Right. Exactly.
Because you should be aware of your input and your fault. So if you say A and B, A, B, and C gonna happen, and only A and B happen, you need to be the one to holler at your woman and be like, yo, listen, A happened, B happened, but C was a little bit out of my control. Next time I'm gonna take care of this and take care of that and make sure C happens. You know what I'm saying? But I got you.
Right. Exactly.
And if she is a good woman, she'll make you aware of C not happening, or she'll say to you, yeah, I know the C didn't happen too, but I was just waiting for you to make sure that you understood blah 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 before I just brought it up for no reason type shit.
Right.
And because even if you fuck up, the woman should still be respectful in a certain way to understand what's going on. But monogamous player, what's going on with you, man?
Yes, sir. What's up, Miles? What's up, Lacar? You already know that I donated.
Facts. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Yes, you did. I saw
that
donation.
Honest, yeah, and also, guys, I just want to say this is a great topic for guys like me that's in a relationship, like a monogamous relationship or a polyamorous relationship, where they're really dealing with girls on a high level. Because even one time, Ms. LaCara, you said this, and I actually lived this. And as a guy, you kind of have to understand of how to balance yourself out when you're dealing with a woman's emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like one time you said this, Ms. LaCara, you was like, you know, sometimes like when a woman is like, you know, going through those emotions or whatever, as a man, you know what I'm saying, because we're the leader, we naturally want to fix things, right? But a lot of times I have to learn that with my girl too. A lot of times a woman just wants you to hear her out, you know what I'm saying? Like, because really there's nothing to fix.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And whatever she got to fix it herself. She just wants you to hear her out, and then she feel better, and then the day goes on. You see what I'm saying? But sometimes, you know, as a guy, when you don't understand that, because she can be all over the place, that make you be all over the place. Because as you say, you wondering why, like, damn, is it me? Like things are supposed to be dead space. You know what I'm saying? And in a woman's life, things is going to be up and down sometimes. But as a man, you got to let her know that things is level because you level. So as long as you're level, everything is good. You see what I'm saying? But another thing, guys, that I wanted to also comment on was about the sexual market value, because I was watching the Bad Boy show. Here I come, son. I was watching the Bad Boy show yesterday, right? And also, you know, respectfully, I disagree with what, you know, Fresh and Fit was saying about the sexual market value, is because that's automatically guys rating themselves with other men. So when you have that type of perspective, all you're doing is you're rating yourself with somebody else, when as what y'all said, like, looks are subjective. Like, you don't know what somebody type is. You can only assume. And then even what you said, Miles, when, you know, Like real niggas, when we talk about like dimes and rating girls, oh, she a 8 or she a 9 or whatever, that's really amongst your boys because your boys know what you like.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And everybody can like something different.
Yeah.
So for example, like my boys know this. I have 2 different types. I love chocolate women with beautiful glowing skin. You know those chocolate women with like when you see them, their skin just be glowing.
Yeah.
I love that, right? And then also I love women that are thick. You know what I'm saying? Like a shunty dick all the way to like, I don't know if guys remember, you know, classic porn stars like Bootylicious and shit like that. Like that type of thing. Like anywhere between that. You see what I'm saying? Like me personally, all my partners, every time we go out, they already know that I like the, you know, the thick curvy women. You know what I'm saying? With the ass. You see what I'm saying? Or, you know, a stallion thick. So they already know what I'm on. You see what I'm saying? So they understand that because they know me. So they know like, okay, you know, when they describing a chick or whatever, or I'm describing a chick about them, we know each other's type, right? And then another thing, Miles, guys have this misconception, and you said this yesterday, right? Because you alluded to this. Guys think that players are just guys that just fucking all dimes. No, players are guys that are taking advantage of women that are fuckable. And a lot of guys are missing out on situations because there's a lot of women that are fuckable. And I agree with you, Miles. Bro, I didn't smash some chicks that were kind of ugly or kind of on the hood side, but the pussy was good though.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, bro, like, bro, I'm gonna give y'all one story, right? Like back in the day, maybe like a few years back, right? You know what I'm saying? I have a partner or whatever, you know, during that time he was kind of living that life. So, we still, associate or whatever, but we live in 2 different lives or whatever. But when I would come around, he would have this chick over there or whatnot. And I ain't gonna lie, she was kind of like a hood bigger or whatever, but I ain't gonna lie, she had that ass though. Right. So every time I would go over there or whatever or whatnot, she will always kind of express to me that she liked me, like she feeling me or whatever the case may be. So, I'll always be nice to her and, kind of, talk to her, whatever the case may be, and be in and out. But, over time, I'm like, damn, I would hit though, right? So one time I picked her up, right? And, she already understood that, I was coming to hit or whatever the case may be. So I was bringing her to my house. So when I picked her up, I'm already on it. So I had her, to give me head or whatever, in a car or whatnot, right? By the time I got to the stop sign, bro, I was already, she already got me there. So I was like, oh, shit. So I was like, man, fuck, I need to take this girl to go get some ice cream. So we went to go get some ice cream right to this place called Chemistry that do the whole, nitrogen shit. So, we did that day or whatever. Then I took her back home and then, I actually smashed. And when I say that pussy was good and the ass was fat, I was like, wow. You see what I'm saying? But as I say, like, it's all about fucking with the chicks that are fuckable. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, you have an opportunity to fuck a bad bitch, cool. I mean, whatever. But it's not about that because goodness from a woman is not face value. It's from within. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of guys don't understand that. But I definitely disagree about the whole sexual market value because you're automatically comparing yourself to other guys. And how can you be secure when you comparing yourself to other people? Facts. You see what I'm saying? Facts. You got to know about you. And I will be honest, guys, like I'm an average height, stocky type of guy. Mm-hmm. And I had a girl that I done smashed before that told me like, man, you my type because I like short or average height, stocky guys. You see what I'm saying? But if you a guy that worried about getting a 6-pack or whatever, you're not gonna come across girls that are into you. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta know your tribe. You see what I'm saying? But Facts. What y'all take on that, guy?
Nah, that's real shit. Because I said before, I explained before how you always got to give yourself a chance because a lot of times a woman's type is dictated by the men in her family. You understand? So if she come from a family, like for me, if a chick come from a family of stocky niggas, then I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Like not see, and again, this is what we talking about with the whole, sexual market value and listening to women's feelings on these podcasts. When guys listen to this shit, it only reinforces their insecurities because they literally think that 100% of all women want a man that's 6 feet or 6 feet or taller. Right. They literally believe that every fucking woman wants a nigga with a 6-pack. And it's like, nigga, how am I getting pussy?
Right, exactly.
Exactly. If these things were facts and they was 100% real, how am I getting pussy, bro? Like a nigga like me should be backed up and depressed.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because I ain't got no 6-pack and I ain't nowhere near 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? I ain't got no jawline. I ain't no Chad type nigga. Right. But how am I getting pussy though?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So niggas gotta really check their shit. You understand? They really gotta check their shit.
See, Shania said, Miles, check your DMs.
Exactly. Okay.
That's crazy. Now that's some real shit though.
And then also, Miles, guys don't realize this. Paul's saying this, but women fuck with guys that are fuckable to them too.
Exactly.
So just because you're not her type, if you turn her on, you see what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like, bro, when I say fuckable, it means that there's one thing that turns you on about a woman. You see what I'm saying? Like, it might be a woman that's average in the face, but her lower body is just banging. You see what I'm saying? Or it might be a woman that her skin is just popping or whatever, or she got the eyes, or just her charisma and how she carry herself. It could be anything. You see what I'm saying? But that's how you maximize experiences with women. You see what I'm saying? Like, you take on those experiences. But that's all I want to say, guys. Thank y'all for the opportunity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
That's what's up. Real shit.
See, all right. So next call we got 224. You are on live with Lakari and Miles. Did you donate?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Name, age, and city.
Work. I was like a little quiet. I was in work, but now I'm out now. So anyway, my question is a woman not answering your question with the question, is that considered disrespect?
You said if a woman answers your question by asking you a question, is that what you said?
Yeah.
So like if you say, where do you live? And then she says, no, where do you live? Like that type of shit?
No. Like say you like are making plans and then she just says like, how old are you? Like I say, like, does that work? Does this time frame work for you? And then she says, how old are you?
Oh yeah, well that's uncooperative behavior. You understand what I'm saying? So that's basically show because this is the thing, right? If in that particular situation, what you talking about just now, like that example, and that happens a lot of times. So if you say, hey, yeah, so you free Friday, so we get together, and she's like, how old are you? That means that she has medium or low interest, which means because she's still evaluating you. She's saying based off of how old you are and any other question she want to ask you, then she'll decide if she wants to fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That's basically what she's saying. So therefore, it's just basically uncooperative behavior.
So yeah, charge.
Basically.
What's the scenario where you matched with her and then you was trying to set up the date, and in the middle of you setting up the date, she texted you how old you were?
So scenario, we met yesterday night. We were making out and shit like that. You know, grabbing up on her ass, you know, filling up on her titties and stuff like that. So then fast forward, she said, what are you doing this today? And I was like, oh, I think I'm heading over to your place around 8 with a bottle of wine. Does that work for you? And then she was like, how old are you? And then, you know, I just said my age, but I just realized I should have charged her right there.
Nah. Next time you say I'm old enough to do what I just said. When are you available?
Yeah. So
I mean,
yeah,
see, sometimes listen, sometimes you have to. Yo,
what is that in the background?
yo, 224. Is something beeping in your background?
No.
Okay, so 817. I need you to get on mute. 817, get on mute. 817, get on mute. All right.
I've been on mute.
All right, stay on mute. All right, so 224. Sometimes you have to like that is uncooperative behavior, but sometimes you gotta just stay focused. You understand? So
right.
You know where does it stand now? Was that the last text or how did it go?
No, yeah. So then after that, I was like, I guess that is me.
Yeah, that is you.
Bad.
That is
but
you.
But yeah, so after that message, I said, after she's like, damn, you're a baby. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I think you're scared because you can't handle rounds with me.
You see, you see, and that's right then and there is you taking a woman's feelings seriously by answering her question directly. You understand? Because you needed to stay focused on what you was trying to do, which was to show up at the house with the bottle of wine so y'all could get it in.
Mm.
See what I'm saying? But you let her take you off course.
Right.
So it wasn't really about your age. She was really seeing how focused you were and how serious you were. That's what she was seeing. You understand?
Right. So because if you're gonna keep going with the situation, which I usually 9 times out of 10 wouldn't, but if you're gonna keep going, you got to stay focused on what you're trying to do. So your focus should be, You know, if she's like, "Oh, you're a baby," okay, well, cool. Listen, what time?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make this happen. So you stay focused on that so that she has to respond to that. And then once you see that if she's not responding to that, then it's like, oh, you're definitely charged because I gave you 2 times already.
Exactly.
Still bullshitting.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see. See, I thought it was like, I was like, oh, most guys are going to try to like prove themselves or whatever because they were young. So I just was like, well, I'm 21.
How old are you? Oh, you 21?
I'm 21.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, you gotta or you could have said some shit like, when my tongue was down your throat last night, you wasn't asking that shit. So when are you free? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I've had like, I don't know, like sometimes things come off weirdly by text, which is why I try not to,
But listen, listen. Again, you just gotta stay focused, bro. You shouldn't be texting these women back and forth. Set the plan and just wait for her to respond to what you said. If she doesn't respond, keep the shit moving.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, right. Like Lucario said, hey, I'm going to come over with a bottle of wine and I'm going to tap that ass. When are you free? When are you available?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how old are you? You redirect her. I repeat, when are you free? When are you available?
Right, because that's usually how I do that shit. I just go straight back into what the fuck I said.
Yeah, just go back and repeat the shit. Like, bitch, like you don't even have to say no. You don't have to answer. Go back to what you was talking about. When are you free? Because we could talk about all the rest of that shit later on.
Right.
After we done fucking, we could talk about all that dumb. We could talk about age and all that dumb shit. All you need to know is that I'm of age because we was making out last night. You wasn't asking that shit. So what's the point now?
Because a lot of times, I talked about this on the Bad Boy membership too, is that sometimes what you want to happen is you want to ignore what she's saying when it's not relevant to what you're asking.
Exactly.
So if you say, when are you free? And she says, how old are you? Your literal next text can be, when are you free? So when you ask that again, it's reiterating to her, like, listen, this is all I need to know. Like, we're not talking about nothing else. So either you going to respond to this or I'm going to stop fucking with you.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
right.
it.
Yeah, I see. So I just, fucked up or whatever. Answered.
No. You didn't fuck up. You didn't fuck up. She fucked up.
Right.
she should have been answering your fucking question. So you probably dodged the bullet anyway. Right. Because let me tell you something. Again, a woman is going. I probably need to make an adjustment to the statement. A woman is gonna say or do things based on how she's feeling in the moment.
Right.
So last night when she was making out with you, that's how she felt last night. But now she's of a sober mind. Now she wants to find out how old you are. That's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, you don't need to know how old I am.
Right.
You knew I was of age last night. So what's all of this shit about how old I am now? Now you're sober. Now you want to fucking try to qualify me. When are you free? That's all I need to know. And if you don't want to give me that information, next.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. No, because I should have smacked the buns yesterday, to be honest.
And see, that's your fault. Why didn't you take her by the hand and bring her back to your place?
Just caught in like a little soiree with my boys and the girls.
Caller.
It was like
caller. Yeah. Please. Now, I need you to listen clearly. I need you to stop answering the question like a bitch. Now, understand, I didn't call you a bitch. I'm saying stop answering the question like a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to simply answer my question like a man would. Why didn't you take her by the hand and bring her back to your place?
The idea didn't cross my mind.
Okay. All right. So you just wanted to make out with a bitch in front of your boys so you could feel like the man to stroke your ego, yes?
No, not particularly. Just it was just having a good time.
So what would have been okay? So last night was a good time. Would it have been a better time to get her back to the place to fuck or no?
It would have.
Oh, sure. You see how you guys lie? You see how you guys always fucking lie? Like this is you see, y'all niggas be getting mad at me for calling y'all out.
Mm.
You call our show and you fucking lie. We were just having a soiree and having a good time. Okay, well, wait a second. Would it have been a better time to get her back to the spot to fuck? Yes, it would have been a better time. So how good was the time you were having if truthfully taking her back to the spot to fuck would have been the better time? You see? Lies.
I misunderstood the question. When you said it was a better time, I thought you meant like, would she have been more receptive in that moment when I was already getting hot and heavy with her? I didn't think about it as what is it better time than what I was actually having there. I just misunderstood the question. My bad.
Okay, so let's ask the question again. Is it a better time to be sitting there at the soiree making out, or would it be a better time for you to be back at the crib fucking? Which one would be the best time for you?
I was pretty lit last night. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was a better time there.
Oh, this nigga's gay. This nigga's gay. This nigga's gay. Nigga's gay.
What?
Nah, bro, you gay.
What?
No, here's why you're gay. And there's nothing wrong with being gay. It's 2023, and there's nothing wrong with being gay. But here's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's queen.
What's the reason why? What's the reason why niggas get dressed, put on cologne, and go out and meet bitches and holler at them and make out with them to get them back to the crib or not? Lucario?
Yeah, to get them back.
Lucario? But this nigga talking about nah. Last night was pretty lit though at the soiree. That's gay. I'm sorry, bro. That's gay, bro. You would rather be at the spot voguing. It was so lit. Oh my God, it was so lit last night. I mean, I know I could have took her back to my place.
Yes.
I'd rather stay at the soiree and show off to everyone my outfit and make out with the girl so everyone can see me because it's pretty lit. Y'all niggas don't know nothing about going out with your boy, and then as soon as y'all get to the spot, your boy's like, listen,
I gotta bounce.
Yo, Shorty's with it. I'm gonna see you later. All right, my nigga. Peace.
Yeah, I mean, the thing, so I live like 30 minutes away.
Look at here. Are y'all hearing this? Y'all hearing this?
Wait. Oh my God, that's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I live 30 minutes away, so it's like I don't want to leave so quickly. Like 10 minutes in, and then I gotta drive another 30 minutes back. Like
Nigga, does it matter though? Because if you see the chick and if you want to hit, then does it matter?
You know there's Google, right? You know you could have found a hotel or a motel that's only 5 minutes away, right?
Yeah, I remember. I don't got money like that though. I just got out of college, so still building a bankroll.
And you need to tell that chick to pay for it since she's older and shit.
Yeah, tell her 30-year-old ass to pay for it so she could get this 21-year-old dick.
Exactly.
So it's already done.
Wait, say that again. Wait, say that again.
She already left. It's chopped.
No. I'm talking about in the heat of the moment. You got to strike while the pussy's hot, bro.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because see what happened. You see what happened when the pussy cooled down. Now she's asking questions like, "How old are you?"
Right. Exactly. That's the worst. Like, listen. Let me see again. Feelings in the moment. They're feeling a certain type of way. You see what I'm saying? And then after the moment, then it's like, oh, well, let me ask all these questions and let me do this and let me do that. It's just like, oh my God. It's like by that point, it's whatever. Because remember, me and Mouse talked about this before. A lot of times when you're in the club or the bars or the atmosphere puts the women in a certain mindset that entices them to want to do things. That's the turn on for them. Is to be in that atmosphere with you, seeing all those people, seeing them doing what they're doing with you. So them fucking you at the end of that night is still attached to that atmosphere. But once that's all over,
it's over. It's
like, well, we're kind of done right now, bro. I'm sorry. Like the moment's passed.
The moment's passed, exactly.
Like unless she has like super high interest, then the moment is passed.
Yep.
And a lot of times you might be dealing with chicks who don't really have that much high interest in you. They have high interest in the situation.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Caller, what were you about to say? The thing is what?
Yeah, I was like, the thing is, like, she hit me up this morning. Like, I wasn't going to text her. I was like, whatever. Like, but she had hit me up this morning asking what I was doing tonight. So then when I give her a response, you would think, there wouldn't be questions after that, considering she was the one that asked.
No, but it doesn't matter because now what happens is that she could be asking you what you're doing tonight because she want to see if you're going to take her out to dinner. You understand what I'm saying? So this don't even matter. So that's what I'm saying. Like, see, a lot of times what happens is in all these situations, right?
Wait, hold on. Yo, 667, put yourself on mute, please.
So what you guys have to do is, this is why I tell you guys, if you're setting a date with a girl on a dating app, you want to make the date as soon as possible, right? Mm-hmm. If you're at a club or bar, you want to try to take her out the spot and smash as soon as possible. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be in most cases, because in most cases, the women that you're dealing with might not have high interest. If she doesn't have high interest, then she has medium interest. And then those are the ones you need to strike while the pussy is hot, because then the pussy is going to get warm and then it's going to get cold.
Exactly. And that's also why she asked you how old you are, because she was trying to see what tax bracket you were in, what possible tax bracket you were in, to see if she could get you to take her out to dinner.
Right.
Yeah, I see. So
yeah,
I'll move smarter next time. Next time I'm making out with a chick or whatever.
All right. So yeah. Focus on. Look, the trick is to stay focused on what you want. If you're focused on what you want, then you instruct the woman. Stop asking so many questions and provide more instructions. You are a natural leader. You were born with a dick between your legs. That makes you a natural leader. All right.
Yeah, this chick with a fat ass at 7-Eleven just came, so I'm about to go holler at her.
All right, man. Good luck to you, man. Have a great weekend. All right.
This is up.
All right.
All right. Peace. All right. So we got 817. 817. You're on live with Lucario and Miles. Did you donate?
I did donate. What's going on, fellas?
All right. What's up, man? Name, age, and city.
Yeah, name, age, and city.
What's up?
J29, Fort Worth.
All right.
I was wanting to know about what Mr. Lucario was saying in the beginning about how if you spent the whole vacation with your chick, and now she's saying that, hey, I don't feel like we spent enough time together. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what you mean by that and how you handle that situation? Because obviously, if you spent the whole week together, you're like, well, what the fuck? We just spent the whole time.
Right. Well, the thing is this, right? Is that a lot of times, and this is like generally when we're spending time with our chick, right? We could be in the same room with her doing nothing. And to us, we spent time, right? But to her, we didn't spend time because we weren't doing anything specific. So women generally will look at time as, well, we have to be doing an activity specifically in order to feel like they spent time with you versus just chilling. Like we could just be chilling on the couch, on the phone or looking at Netflix or whatever, and it's just some regular shit, and we feel like we spent time. So from her perspective, it feels like we didn't spend enough time because let's say y'all were on the vacation, but y'all didn't do enough activities or whatever she felt would have made it feel like that y'all spent enough time together. So what I'm saying is that just understand that's just her feeling about it, right? And what I'm saying is you don't necessarily have to take that seriously. Meaning you don't have to get into a whole long drawn out thing of, well, what are you talking about? We did spend time. We were here all week and blah, blah, blah. And then you get into a goddamn argument with the girl and then you're going back and forth and you're frustrated because you're like, what the fuck? You see, because what you're doing is that now you are, you're basically arguing with her based off of her standpoint and perspective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
you validate her standpoint and perspective.
Exactly. And the thing is that you don't want to even validate that because then now what's going to happen is that subconsciously you're going to start doing the things that she said. Right. You understand? And then therefore you're following her now.
Right.
You see what I mean? And so that's we don't want to go down that direction.
But I'll say this, though. Caller. See, Lucario was just giving an example of what to look out for. But truthfully, if you follow the rules of the bad boy membership, your bitch wouldn't say that to you after a vacation, honestly. Right. You understand? But he was just saying that, because sometimes women feel a certain way, especially like, if it's the first time y'all been away for the weekend and she just get that feeling and shit. And sometimes women can get very emotionally selfish. So no matter how much you do for them, they might feel a certain way and say certain things. But if you vet a woman and you handle the shit you supposed to handle like you supposed to, 9 times out of 10 they won't even say that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? They might think it, but they won't even say it.
Right. And also too, you got to look out for this. And this is the flip side of that, is sometimes your relationship is so good that they get in their feelings over little shit because the relationship is so good. Because the new normal now is that everything is good. So now what'll happen is, like, let's say as an example, you might have done A, B, C, D, E, F, G for your girl, right? And then she'll be like, I feel like you don't do anything for me. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? I did A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And she's gonna be like, but what about elemental P? You see what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I do A, B, C, D, E, F, G all the time for you. What do you mean I don't do anything for you? But she's complaining about elemental P, and it's because everything is good, and it's already, like, the bar is set so high that now she forgets, because she takes it for granted. She forgets the actual good shit. And then therefore she feels some type of way. But this, again, you can't take that seriously.
Right.
Because remember, she's just going based off of how she feels, and she's feeling that way because the bar is so high. It's like, because this is what you got to understand. A lot of times, because women like to feel, when things are good, sometimes it can feel very calm and chill, like almost like nothing's happening. So then they have to say something or do something to make it feel like something is happening, which is why the complaints or all of that will go down. Now, when that happens, right, you can talk to them about it in the sense of, oh yeah, I'm acknowledging what you're saying because you're saying things to me, but you don't internalize it. You don't say, damn, maybe I should do more elemental P stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's why she's upset. Maybe, if I do more of that, then she will. No, you don't internalize that shit. You let her let it out. Let her talk. Let her feel the feelings. Let her feel emotional, and just let it pass. Because 15, 20 minutes later, it's going to be over. You understand? In most cases.
Yeah.
And in some cases, she'll come up to you and say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry that I was being so emotional earlier because blah, 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what'll happen. It's crazy.
So basically, like, when that comes up, you hear her out and you're like, all right, cool. And it's like, but it's not like that. And then just keep it moving, basically. Or do you need to say anything?
You just give her a hug, kiss her on her forehead, slap her on her ass, and be like, it's gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. You see what I'm saying?
That's just funny. Okay, cool. I just wanted to understand that. But no, Miles, you're 100% correct, because if you vetted her correctly, that really wouldn't be a question. But Lucario is also right. If everything's going good, and they want to start up. But to follow up with that, and then I'll be done. But to follow up with that, is there and correct me if I'm wrong, is there anything that's called like emotional turmoil to control the ups and downs so that you can have your girl, I guess, if everything is good, you can control her emotions essentially?
No.
Or
no. You can't control a woman's emotions. You can influence her emotions, but you can't control a woman's emotions. But this is where vetting comes in, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
A lot of this shit that you're asking is, if you're still having issues like this with your chick, you probably should let her go, type shit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you 6 months in, 8 months in, and your woman is bringing you emotional turmoil,
right? Be like, oh, you gotta go.
The fuck? What do we talk? Like, y'all niggas, it's like, when I hear questions like this, you know what I hear, caller? And I'm not saying this is exactly you. I understand you asking questions, trying to get knowledge for the game. But what I'm saying is, I hear men looking for fucked up situations with their bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Like you, I swear to y'all, relationships should be a beautiful fucking thing.
It should be easy. It should be simple. It should be like we chilling. You might have to once in a while fine tune something because of whatever, but it should never be a stress. This is why we even say when she's emotional, this is why 99% of the feelings should not be taken seriously. Because as soon as you take it seriously, that's going to stress you out.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Because you're chasing a ghost. You understand? Because she's talking about something usually that doesn't really even exist. Because right, you think you're like, she's like, oh, you don't love me anymore, or whatever the hell it is, right? And you're like, oh, well, what do I need to do to make her not feel that way? But there's nothing, like Monogamous Player said this, there's really nothing to fix because there's nothing that actually is happening in what she's feeling.
Right. And if something like, all right, I'll tell you guys a story. I'll tell you guys a quick story. And some people who are on my Discord heard this story already. Right. But on my way back home from New York, right, we were driving, me and my girl was driving and I hit a coyote and the coyote fucked up the radiator on the van. You understand? And I knew that at a certain point, the van was going to fail and I had to pull off to the side. And I told my woman this. I said, the van is going to fail, but I'm trying to get us as close to home as possible. You understand? But once it fails, we got to get an Uber or we got to do our next best. You understand? Everything started to happen. I found a car service. We got home, blah, 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 blah. So here's the whole point, right? Once we got home, she looked at me, she gave me a hug and she said, thank you so much. I felt so safe with you, even though everything was going down and for a second, it looked like we were going to be stranded. Controlling the situation, being aware of everything and behaving the way that you behaved as a man made me feel safe.
Right.
Now, so this is what I mean when I say, this is you can only influence a woman's emotions because and this is why the vetting process is for you and the woman, bro.
Right.
Because when you're a woman, when through the vetting process, you develop consistencies. And when she knows that you the type of nigga that when situations come up, you're going to be calm and take care of shit, then she can be calm and let you take care of shit.
Exactly. It's a fact. Oh, shit.
So granted, we got home a little bit later than we should have because we had to wait a little bit for the car service or whatever. But the bottom line is, she knows she's fucking with a dude that she could trust, and she thanked me for that. Like, yo, I felt safe with you the entire time. Like, shit was going down. We hit the fucking animal. The fucking car started smoking. We're on the side of the fucking high road in the pitch black of night. She felt safe with me.
Right.
And I'm saying those things come from you setting the standard through the vetting process. Because again, the vetting process is not just for you to judge the woman. The vetting process is for you to keep yourself in check and set a standard so she can look to you for confidence no matter what's going on. So if that's why I said to you, if you're months in or a year in or shit, even a couple of months in and your bitch is giving you emotional turmoil, chances are either she's crazy or you did something wrong. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Real shit.
So just to finish off, I know that's how I was going to go, but to finish off, even when it's going good and she basically stirs the pot because it's so good and whatever that, you just do the same thing. Like you said, Mr. Cario, you just basically kiss her on the forehead and say, it's going to be all right, slap her ass, and just keep moving, pushing. That's it.
Yeah, because what you have to understand is this, is that, see, what guys who understand game know is that there's going to be times where women are emotional and that's just what they're being. And there's no solution to, like, guys want to solve the problem, but there is no problem. It's just her being her. You understand what I'm saying? So it's because that's what she's naturally going to be emotional about certain shit because of the way she views the world and the way she goes through certain things. So you have to let her be that in a lot of cases, and you have to understand why she's being that way. And the easiest way to do that is this. You say to yourself, okay, what is she feeling some type of way about? Is this directly correlated to my leadership? No, then I don't got to take it seriously.
Exactly. That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. And again, that all goes back to the consistency of your game and you focusing on yourself.
Right.
Always. All right. Cool. I really appreciate that. Thank you for breaking all that down.
All right, man.
That's all
Appreciate
I got.
you.
You guys have a good weekend.
All right,
Be
you
safe.
too, brother. You too, man. Happy Easter weekend if you subscribe to all that shit, man. Appreciate you. All right, man. Take it easy. All right, so we got 667. You're on live with Lakari and Miles. Did you donate?
Yeah, I donated.
All right. Name, age, and city.
My name is Rashad. I'm from Baltimore and I'm 22.
All right. Are you on a highway or something?
Yeah, I'm at work right now. I got my AirPods.
Can you speak directly to the phone or no?
Yeah, can you speak directly into the phone or are you gonna lose your job?
Is this better?
Yeah, this is a little better. Yeah, go ahead. What's on your mind?
So basically, I was at this club and this was my first time going to the club. And I seen this girl I wanted to approach. She looked fuckable. So I approached her and I said, "How you doing, baby?" And she basically just pushed me off. And it threw me off because I had females when I approached them say they're good, which was cool. But I never had a female just brush me off.
Okay, so what's your question? What's your question?
So, I'm getting to it. So basically, it stuck with me the whole night because I tried to brush it off, but it stuck with me the whole night. I didn't talk to any other female.
Listen. What you're going through is nothing special. I need you to get to the question.
All right. Basically, I want to know is how do you deal with that? Basically, just get over it, just move past it.
All right. Let me ask you a question. So that happened, right? Are you breathing?
Yeah.
You're still alive, right?
Yeah.
You still you got your job. You still got your five senses. You know your name and where you live, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so life is still good, huh?
Right.
So why you still stuck on one singular bitch? Why you still stuck on what happened with her?
I think that's just what it was.
Say that again.
I think it was just because it was the first time that I experienced it.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, nigga, you fell off the tricycle and scraped your knee. You'll be all right, my nigga. You good.
And also, this ain't gonna be the first time you experience it. So just get used to it. You feel what I'm saying? Get used to it.
Yeah, get used to it. As they say, you popped your cherry. This was your first time. You was a virgin. You ain't a virgin to rejection no more, nigga. Welcome to the club.
All right.
All right.
I appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Have a good weekend, man. You good? Take it easy.
All right, okay.
All right, man.
All right.
This nigga trying to explain the story like he about to tell us something we ain't never heard before. Nigga, you got rejected. That's how it goes, nigga. What the fuck are we talking about? 832, you on live with Lakari and Miles. Did you donate?
Hell yeah, I donated to both of y'all.
All right. Appreciate you, man. And
so what's going on?
Yeah, let's get your name, age, and city, man.
It's Bruce 40 calling out of H-Town.
All right. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Chilling. I just wanted to touch on the topic today and share some real world application to exactly what y'all been kicking today.
All right.
So earlier this week, my main lady called me up, and early in the conversation, I'm just cracking jokes, being an asshole. I do that from time to time, but she wasn't in the mood that night. And so she copped a little attitude and was like, well, I ain't even call you for all this right now. Woo, woo, woo. So I wasn't doing no tripping off that. I said, okay, baby, well, what's on your mind? Talk to me. And then she still got the attitude like, well, I don't even want to talk about it right now. And I just simply replied, I said, okay, baby, look, call me back when you feel like talking. Have a good night. And then I hung up the phone.
Uh-huh.
And so I hadn't spoke to her again until she hit me maybe like 24 hours later. But when she hit me back after that, it was all smiles and hey you and all that type of good stuff.
Okay.
So how this ties into what y'all saying, Miles, you had said some shit earlier today. You said I protect women from themselves.
Right.
Some dope shit, because deep down, at least for the sharp women, they know that emotionally they're fucking wrecked, and they know they need to be protected from themselves. Mm-hmm. And so when they cop their little attitudes and they get emotional, and then we don't bend to their whim, and we show them, as you preach that consistency, they see that shit and they see we're that solid rock, and we're not going to get emotional or act differently just because they acted funny. And at the end of the day, they respect that shit, and they always gonna fuck with that, and they just look at you as more of a man when you don't bend to their whim.
Right.
And I can attest to that from the other side of the coin too, because in past situations, I've bent to a bitch's whim. And needless to say, them situations ended up being fucking trash, a waste of my time and that woman's time.
Exactly.
So,
right.
Just men stand your ground. Know you, just stand firm on what you are and shit. At the end of the day, man, you can't lose.
Exactly. That's it, man. That's it. All right.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Real talk.
All right, you have a question or anything else you want to say before we let you go?
Nah, man, y'all just keep doing what y'all doing. I'm gonna keep supporting, bro. Much respect.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. You have a good weekend. Take it easy, brother. All right. Now we got 614. You are on live with Lucario and Miles. Did you donate? 614. 614 going once. 614 going twice. 614 out. All right. So let me see. Call in, guys. 919-647-9392. We still got some time left, at least a half hour. So 919-647-9392, man. But guys, I just want to say, like, somebody will look at the title and just automatically think that we're just being chauvinist just for the sake of being chauvinist. But see, you have to understand when you totally understand, like, what my shirt says. You understand? When you totally understand the value of men in the world and in society, when you totally understand when you understand the value of men and you understand the nature of a woman, right? And I'm not talking about female nature, like what some other people might say. I'm saying the nature of a woman, right? You understand that there's certain things that as a man you take seriously, and there's certain things that you don't. Like, so for example, and I know I don't like when niggas compare women to children, but it's the same thing with women. You're in a leadership position, and you got to do things regardless of what the child says. The child says, I want ice cream for breakfast, but you're looking at them like, nigga, you gonna get some oatmeal, or you gonna get some cereal or some eggs and bacon or some shit like that. You're not gonna get ice cream and candy for breakfast. I don't care what you say.
Right.
I don't care if you throw a tantrum. I don't care if you understand. So it's the same thing with with the woman. It's like, and this is why we have to, like I said, the vetting process is for us to build the consistency, to build that reputation for your woman to be able to trust you without questioning you, without being worried. Let me tell y'all, man, when a woman is, when you find a woman questioning you, being combative, disagreeing with you a lot, bottom line is she don't believe in your leadership.
That's a fact.
That's really all it is, and that's why you shouldn't be with her. Because if a woman, all right, let's say that, understand this shit. And shout out to Andrew Tate, because this is something that he said. Right, he said that if I'm responsible for a woman, hold on, let me answer it. All right, 203. Hang out for a second, all right, bro. All right, take it easy. So, Andrew Tate said this the other day. If I'm responsible for a woman, that means I need to have some sort of authority, right? Now, let me explain this idea a little bit further. And I wish he could have done this analogy, but let me explain this idea a little bit further. Any of y'all ever watched, Olympus Has Fallen or Angel Has Fallen? Any one of those movies with Gerard Butler, where he's the Secret Service agent protecting the president? Anybody?
Right. Yeah, I remember that shit.
You know that shit, right? Now, listen. Imagine this shit. The president of the United States of America, the president of the free fucking world.
Right.
When shit hits the fan, and the fucking Secret Service agent says, Mr. President, get down on the floor. You think the president can stand there and say, I'm the president. Who you telling to get down on the floor? I ain't got to listen to you. I'm the fucking president. No, what does the president do? The president gets down on the fucking floor in the dirt in his $1,000 suit because the fucking Secret Service nigga said so.
Exactly. That's a fact. That's a fact.
So if I'm a man and I'm with my woman and I'm her leader and her protector, I have to have authority. So when I say, bitch, get down in the dirt. Because if the president can't object to the fucking Secret Service agent in times of danger, then what makes a bitch think she can object to when her man says something?
That's a fact.
Huh?
That's a fact. Jesus Christ.
Bitch, you ain't as important as the fucking president, and even the president is listening to me.
Right, exactly.
Who the fuck are you? You see what I'm saying? But we got 203. 203, man. You're on with Lucario and Miles. Did you donate?
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate you, man. Name, age, and city.
The name is Isaac, aka Joe Blast.
Oh, shit. Joe Blast in the motherfucking building. Joe Blast in the motherfucking building.
Joe Blast, what's going on with you, man? Was that you who bought that other bar of soap today?
Yeah, that was me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to call in about, to tell everybody to get on that. That soap is no joke.
Yo, appreciate you, brother.
Yep. Anybody who's taking forever to get it, y'all playing with yourselves, because that's gonna probably be the soap I'm using from now on.
Oh shit! Hey, Joe, listen. What do you like most about the soap, man? Tell us. Describe your experience, man.
It's got a good fragrance to it. It's not some fruity shit,
right?
And it moisturizes real good. It gives you a nice clean feeling after the fact.
Nice pause, but yeah, nice. That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, hey Joe, I appreciate you for calling in and letting the people know. Cause bro, since I started making this shit, I don't use no other soap, bro. I can't use any other soap, bro.
It's crazy. That shit is good though. I ain't gonna lie.
It's really the best, man. I love that shit, man. But appreciate you, Joe Blast. And and Joe Blast was at the Joe Blast was at the joint, man. And I pulled Joe Blast over to the side and I said, don't tell nobody, but you take a bar soap because you the moderator, bro. I feel safe in the chat. In the chat. When I see Joe Blast in the chat, I feel safe. So I was like, yo, man, take this bar soap. You know what
Joe Blast goes in.
You know what I mean? And I didn't, he basically got a free sample. Now he's purchasing the soap because he realized how good it is, man. Holla at the soap, man. We not playing out here. We got some good shit out here.
Let me tell you though, Miles.
Yeah.
I had already bought 2 bars before you gave me that free one.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
There we go.
There you go, man. Yo, Blast, man, appreciate you, man. And for those that don't know, Joe Blast about to start his own fitness channel because this nigga's brolic as fuck.
Exactly. That's a fact.
Shout out to Joe Blast. Hey, we appreciate you for showing up and always being a good moderator, man, and holding it down in the chat for us, man. You a good dude, and we appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, the direction you were putting me in, as well as the rest of us. I'm sure I speak for more than just myself, man. Like I always told y'all before, y'all saving lives out here.
Appreciate
and you. For these little dummies, these dummies that like to keep calling in and trying to argue, either they're trying to argue an opinion or they're trying to sit at the winner's table when they're not there yet. You don't have the game that you think you have, and y'all know who y'all are without me calling it out.
Facts.
Either you got that or they're regurgitating everything y'all say.
Facts.
Right. Real shit. That's
on that note, enough respect to y'all. And I'm going to go back in the chat.
I appreciate you, Joe Blast. Have a good weekend, brother. Be safe out there, man.
And shout out to my dude, Mr. 1950 in the motherfucking chat. It's a 1950 in the building.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Facts. And 614, I saw you calling in, but they wasn't letting me merge the call, man. Call back. 614, go ahead and call back. There you go. All right, 614, what's going on, man? Did you donate?
Yes, sir, I did.
All right. Yes, sir. Name, age, and city, man. What's up?
Jonty, 21, Ohio.
All right.
And my question today is, it's not related to the show. Basically, I want to know, how can I stop worrying about what other people think of me?
I mean, that's a good question. The thing is this, right? Is you stop worrying about what people think of you, the more you just focus on what you think of yourself and focus on what's important to you and focus on what you want to happen in your life and focus on the things that you like, the things that make you want to get up in the morning and go and do things. So you want to become extremely self-absorbed in an authentic way, not self-absorbed based off of you being insecure and trying to big yourself up because you want people to think you're a certain thing, because that's you still worrying about what people think. Right. You want to be so self-absorbed that you're so focused on yourself and you love yourself so much that what other people think about you doesn't really apply because you know yourself so much. So for example, let's say somebody looked at me or came to me and said, "Yo, Locario, you're a white man named Steve." Right?
Right.
I'll be like, all right, whatever. Like what? Like that doesn't do anything for me because I know that's not who I am, because you don't know who I am. Only I know who I am. You see, like when you are actually really loving yourself, you only know who you are for real. Right. So that what other people think doesn't matter because they can't really accurately describe you or say anything about you that's accurate because they don't know you.
Right.
Only you know you. And you know you because you've been focused on yourself so much. So it's really a constant practice of focusing on yourself and just being about yourself and also accepting that and not feeling a certain type of way about that. Because see, society tries to trick you into thinking that being about yourself is the wrong thing. Well, you shouldn't be like that. You're being too, you're being too conceited, or you're being too arrogant, or you're so self-absorbed at yourself and blah, blah, blah. No, you're full of yourself. Yes, I am full of myself. You understand what I'm saying? I am selfish. I do like what I do. I do like how I look and how I act and how I talk. I love all that shit.
Exactly.
Once you become, understanding your value and accepting it, you are literally not going to give a fuck about what nobody's talking about. Because it doesn't affect you. And check this out, you'll get to the point where the bad things don't affect you and the good things don't affect you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's where you want to get to. Because if you're so caught up on the good things people say, that still means you give a fuck about what people think.
Exactly. Bro, that's what so many people don't understand, bro. That's what so many people don't understand, because it's not about what people think necessarily. It's about understanding whose opinion actually matters.
Exactly, right.
And the only opinion that matters is yours.
Facts. You understand? Real shit.
Because let me tell you, for example, the the Game Kings 2 seminar that happened in NYC this past weekend, man. Listen, you think, and I love y'all and everything like that, but you think I need any of y'all to tell me how good that fucking seminar was?
Right, exactly. For real.
You understand what I'm saying? Because when you know something, that's all that matters, bro. And this is why we talk about masculine identity. This is why we talk about the bad boy membership. This is why we talk about the vetting process. This is why we talk about the truth is inside you, because it's all about you coming to terms with who you truly are, and then doing what's best for yourself. And because the thing is, when you do what's best for yourself, you positively affect the people around you, like your loved ones and the people that you care about. That's the whole idea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when somebody says something about you, good or bad, it really doesn't matter. I mean, yes, hey, you gave me a compliment. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you recognize that shit. But listen, before you even fix your fucking mouth to say something nice about me, I believed it all already.
Exactly. I already knew. I already knew. That's what it's about.
Yeah, so you can't be affected. They continue to work on your own opinion of yourself. That's why sometimes when we get guys in here, I ask them, I'm like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you like your life? You understand? On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel about you? Because listen, I could be online and I could yell at niggas and call them a bunch of bitch ass niggas and all that shit. But the only person whose opinion actually matters is the dude who's looking at his own life.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's because, for example, again, like I said earlier, somebody might look at this title and say, "Oh yeah, these guys are telling men not to pay attention to women's feelings because they're chauvinistic and they hate women." And I'm sure that there's going to be people saying that.
Right.
But because I know the truth of what I mean when I look at that title, I know the truth of what me and Lucario are really trying to say.
Exactly.
And that's all that truly matters. And anybody who takes the time to watch the video and hear the explanation of the title, they'll more than likely they'll see it too. But did I need them to actually see it for me to believe in my own message? Right. Not at all. Not at all. We just waiting for y'all niggas to catch up. You understand? So we already know what we know. We already know that we love women. We already know that we're here to protect them. We already know that we're here to maintain a certain level of respect and consistency so we can influence a woman to protect her and make sure she's on the right path based on the direction that we're going in. We already know that. And this is why we're reminding men not to get caught up in women's feelings.
Right.
Because women love the ups and downs of emotion. That's why women love sex, because all sex really is in and out. Sex is the dick filling up the vagina and then pulling out and leaving a vacuum. And they love all of it. Bro, yo, you ever been fucking a chick and you kind of want to let it marinate and then she start moving?
Right.
They can't just be static. They need they need the dynamics of change. They need it. And this is and because we're men who know this type of shit, when we say you don't got to pay attention to 99% of a woman's feelings, this is what we mean. We don't mean to totally ignore your woman.
Right.
No, we mean that women are emotional. That's the actual nature of a woman, and we understand the nature of a man, and we understand how those things work together.
Right. And also, this is the thing is that, see, when you know yourself, right, you know and understand what you mean, and you know the reasons why. So even like with the title, we know that a man has to be a good leader in order for the relationship to work.
Right.
I can't be a good leader if I'm taking all of these things, these feelings seriously, and then jumping into that.
Right.
Because then that removes my position as leader in the relationship, and that could actually make the relationship fail.
Exactly.
And so that's something that you know. So even going back to your question, caller, where you're saying, caring about what people think. If I cared about what people thought, then that would muddy the message, because I'm going to be like, well, what are people going to think when they see that title? And maybe we shouldn't talk about this. And then the message doesn't get out, and then you don't actually affect change because I'm worried about what the fuck people are thinking. So you want to get to the point where, see, you can take it in stages. One, first, you can believe in yourself, right? But I would say even beyond that, you want to know yourself, because believing in yourself or having the belief means that you have to believe, or you have to make a choice to believe. Like, I don't need to believe this is a phone. I know this is a phone.
Right.
So you want to get to the point where you believe in yourself, but you want to get to the point where you know yourself.
Exactly.
When you know yourself, good. Then once you know yourself, nobody can tell you nothing. Then you can't even worry about thinking about what they think about you, because it wouldn't even apply.
Exactly. And caller, how old did you say you were again?
21 years old, sir.
Yeah. Understand. Give yourself a little bit give yourself some patience. Give yourself some time, bro. Because as a 21-year-old, what people think is always at the front of your mind. Just based on that, just the stage of life that you're at, the stage of understanding that you're at. You understand what I'm saying? So give yourself a little bit of patience, give yourself a little bit of time, but stay focused on yourself. Stay focused on making decisions that will put you in the best position to win. So like Lucario said, you don't have to believe, bro. You at a certain point, you'll know. You understand? But nigga, you just got the right to drink. So there's a lot of shit you don't know about yourself yet. So,
and I would say this too, caller, go Go to my Locario Motivation channel. So type in Locario Motivation in YouTube, and there's a video I have called "The Dangers of Taking People Seriously." So you should watch that, because that has a lot to do with what you're asking about, worrying about what people think and all that other stuff. Watch that fucking video. It's called "The Dangers of Taking People Seriously." Okay,
Right.
and listen to that joint. It'll give you a lot of information that you would need to hear.
Right.
For sure, I just wrote that down, and I also just signed up for the masculine identity membership because
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Where I really work the best with one-on-one guidance. You know what I'm saying?
Right. There you go. Hey, man, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. But like I said, just be patient. Give yourself some time, man. You still young. All right, bro? Hello?
I think he cut off probably.
Hello?
All right. Hello? Yeah, Anonymous, what's up, man? Did you donate?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
That's what's up. What's going on, bro?
So name, age, and city. Name, age, city real quick.
All right, David, 27, from Ohio.
All right. So what's what's on your mind? David, 27, Ohio, what's on your mind?
Yeah, so I want to get like clarification versus of direct game versus indirect game, because it seems like usually when I go direct, like girls usually seem to fall off quicker. Like even the last girl that I was talking to, she just wasn't with it when I told her what was up. So I just want to get some like clarification of that.
Okay, so what wasn't she with? What did you say to her?
So like we didn't even get to the first date, you feel me? So I was just like talking to her. I told her like, after we hang out, I want you to come back to my place and kick it. And then she was like,
Wait. Hold on. You said kick it?
No, I said like hook up. No, I didn't say kick it. I said hook up.
Okay. And where was this, on a dating app, or where was this on? You was talking to her?
Nah. This was over the phone. I talked to her.
Okay, so wait. Where'd you meet her at?
I met her at the gym.
Okay, so you got her number at the gym, and then what did you say to her at the gym?
Yeah, I told her that I'd like to take her out sometime, and just to put her number in my phone type shit. And so
hold on. So now you said you wanted to take her out sometime, and then she put the number in your phone, and then when you hit her up, you said you want to hook up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically it's not about being indirect or direct. You were being inconsistent. That's the issue. Because you said you said you want to take her out, and then when you called her, you said you want to hook up. So that's two different things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. But like not in just that scenario, but it just seems like girls fall off quicker because they don't want to do. They're not like, they're just more interested in guys like taking them out. So like,
no, but the caller. This is what I'm saying. If that's what you said, you probably say that in other situations. You probably tell girls, "Hey, let's go out," and then you hit them up and say, "Let's hook up." So what I'm saying is that you got to be more consistent with what you're saying. You see what I mean? So that's the real issue. It's not about that women don't want to hook up with you. Women don't like when you're inconsistent because you're presenting them with one thing and then you're doing the other.
Mm-hmm. And caller, you see, you keep saying that women fall off, but if you were really being direct from the beginning, they wouldn't even get on to fall off.
Right.
You know, they just wouldn't, either they would fuck with you or not. So if you was at the beginning, you was like, yo, you sexy as shit. I'm trying to see what that mouth do. I'm trying to bend you over. You understand what I'm saying? If you on it like that from the beginning, as soon as you meet them, like, I mean, of course you could have the initial, hey, what's your name? Blah, blah, blah. My name is such and such. But if you let them know from the beginning what you want, it gives you an opportunity to to filter those chicks from the very beginning, so you don't have to waste your time. Because what you did was you were indirect. You were indirect initially because you was like, hey, I'd like to take you out sometime. And then once you got on the phone, you tried to be direct. So you calling up trying to figure your need for clarification is very necessary. So the point Lucario is trying to make is you got to pick one. You're trying to do both, and you're getting frustrated because you don't really know where you stand.
Right.
All right. So let me ask you a question. What do you want from these women? These women that you see at the gym or out in these streets or wherever, what do you actually want from them, honestly?
Well, I don't want a girlfriend right now.
Okay.
But
okay. See, these are the things that kind of like get me with you guys. I clearly asked you to tell me what you wanted, but your answer to the question was what you didn't want. I'm gonna try it again. Caller, when you see these women out in the street that you find attractive, what do you want from them?
I mean, I want to hang out and hook up with them.
You want to hang out and hook up. So when you say you want to hang out, what you mean?
Like, take them out on a few dates and then just like.
Yeah. All right. So let me show you something. Let me show you something real quick. How old are you again?
I'm 27.
27. Okay. Let me show you something real quick. When I asked you initially, what do you want from these women? You said, I don't want no relationship. Okay. Then I asked you the question again, and you said, I want to hang out and hook up. Now, isn't that what people in relationships do? They hang out, spend time together, and they hook up.
Right.
So you see how you're inconsistent, caller. You see that, right?
A little bit.
A little bit. Again,
I wouldn't say I'm fully inconsistent because, like most times I do when I go out with a girl, I just let her know what's up. And if she's down with it, then she's down with it, but if she's not, right? But it's just like, it seems like this last scenario was just weighing on my mind. This is why I called in. So
all I'm saying to you, caller, is you need to know what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know what you want. And it doesn't sound like you have a clear understanding of what you want. Are you looking for a girlfriend? Are you looking for a fuck buddy? Are you just trying to hook up? Or do you like spending time with these women? And you have to understand that sometimes when you spend time with a woman, you could find yourself in the friend zone, because if you're giving these women non-sexual attention, they'll take it all day. They'll hang out with you all fucking day, and they don't have to necessarily be sexually attracted to you. So this is why you have to, even if you're trying to hang out, you still like the other day, look, I don't know if it was, I forget if it was just Lucario or whatever, but didn't you do a show the other day talking about why you need to lead with sex?
Yeah, exactly, right.
Exactly. So caller, like you're meeting these chicks and you're coming off like, hey, we can hang out, we can chill, blah, blah, blah. It's all good. But you're not putting any sex into it. And you're not letting them know that, yeah, I want to hang out, but I'm trying to fuck too. Mm-hmm. And you don't do that till the second step. So initially, you just sound like a guy that's trying to be friendly. But then when you get on the phone, then you try to be like, yo, what's up? I'm trying to hook up. Right. So you sound inconsistent. You sound incongruent. You're not the type of guy that they can trust, because you're two-faced, bro.
Cole, let me ask you a question. Let's say you had a bad chick and you met at a party, and she said, "Hey, let me get your number because I want to see you next week and fuck." Right? Would you give her your number?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now, cool. What if she call you and say, "Hey, can you take me out to dinner?" Would you feel some type of way?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't.
Exactly right. You'd be like, "Damn, I thought we was gonna fuck." So that's how women feel when you say, "Hey, let's hang out," and then you call them and say, "Let's fuck" or "Let's hook up." That's how they feel. They feel like, "Oh, you promised one thing, but you're trying to give me another."
Right.
Okay.
All right.
So now what you got to do is, if you when you're talking to these women, before you exchange numbers, say to them, "Hey, listen, I want to hook up. Once they agree with that, then you get their number.
Right. Or you can be a little bit more specific and be like, yo, this is what I want to do. I want to go out with you, catch the vibe, spend a little bit of time. And if the chemistry is there, I'm trying to fuck your sexy ass.
Exactly right.
Let them know exactly what you're trying to do, bro. Cause you want to hang out with these chicks, don't you? You want to hang out. You want to go to Dave and Buster, play some arcade games and shit, right?
Not Dave and Buster's, but probably just something else. Yeah.
Yeah. You like spending time with broads. So don't act like you don't. Right. But you still got to let them know, hey, we could spend some time, but understand all that spending time shit is really just foreplay because I'm trying to smash because you sexy.
Right.
But I got to make sure that you deserve this dick. Say that to them. And if she not with it, she'll let you know. Trust me.
Right. Exactly.
You understand? But you can't be afraid to say it just like that. Be like, yo, I want to spend some time with you because I got to make sure that you deserve this dick because I'm trying to give you this dick because you sexy as fuck.
Right.
But I don't give everybody my dick, though. You got to show me that you a woman of substance, though. You feel me? You got to show me you deserve this. You understand? So I want to spend some time with you, see what you about. And then if it's right, you could get some of this. You could get some of these inches. You feel me?
Right.
And then either she gonna be like, I don't know, you too bold for me. I don't know, I ain't with that shit. Blah blah blah. Or she could be like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Or she'll say some shit like, ooh, you don't know who you fucking with, nigga. I'm about to fuck shit out of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be the one to lead. You gotta be the one that's not afraid to say it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yo, guys, let me tell y'all something. And this again, it goes back to the show. It goes back to the title of the show. If you try to put a woman out on Front Street, because she know people are looking, she gonna say whatever she feel like she need to say in order to maintain her survival.
Right.
Okay? Then what do I mean by that? So if you're in a place with and a bunch of people are around, and then you say, "Hey, what up, girl? Your ass is fat. I'm trying to fuck."
Right.
And everybody can hear. She gonna be looking at you like, damn, this nigga, why you trying to embarrass me and shit? I ain't fucking with you. I ain't giving you my number. Leave me alone. Right? But if you in a place, you in a spot and there's people around and then you say, yo, you come over here for a second.
Right.
Or you pull her outside or you take her up to the second floor where there's a nice little view. Yo, come with me over here for a second. Let's check out this view. You know what I'm saying? And then you whisper in her ear and shit. And then you be like, yo, listen, on some real shit though. You are so fucking sexy. You know? But I don't give my dick to just anybody. So I gotta make sure the vibe is right. So, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't busy next week, we could chill, we could spend some time. Right. And then once we know the vibe is right, we could come back to my crib and I could shout out to Monogamous Player. You know what I'm saying? I could get this coconut oil popping, give you massage, and then fuck the shit out of you because you got that sexy little ass. I'm trying to get it. You do something like that, bro. Matter of fact, all the shit I just said, if she stood there listening to all of that,
right, exactly.
More than likely, you in there, my nigga.
Right, exactly.
You understand? Because as soon as you say, yo, I'm trying to get up in there, right? And she's like, oh, get away from me. Then you could be like, hey, have a nice day. Take it easy.
Right. Exactly.
She's standing there listening to every word that you say after you done told her. Yeah, exactly. Certified Tyrone, the left ear. Shout out to Alan Roger Curry. You got to whisper in the left ear. You understand? Speak very low and baritone in the left, just like I'm doing. Hey, girl, you know what I'm saying? Right. You know, if you ain't doing that next week, I'm about to fuck this shit out of you because you so fucking sexy. And you know you sexy too. That's why you up in here wearing that shit. And you know I like that color too. I'm about to fucking smack you and fucking spank you. And if she's standing there listening to all that shit, nigga, if you say it right, she probably go home with you right then and there and say, fuck all that hanging out shit.
Exactly right. That's the fact.
But y'all niggas is scared to hear no. You're scared to hear no. So y'all just, let me get your Instagram. Maybe we can hang out sometime. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, we can hang out and, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, where do you, what's your name? Where do you work? Oh yeah. When a nigga like me, I'm up you see me in the corner. You see me in the corner, just all up, just girl, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get up in there. You feel me? I'm trying to. Y'all niggas is not. Y'all don't want to say it, man. Y'all got to say it. Shout out to Monogamous Player. Tell her about the coconut oil. Be like, I got some coconut oil back at the crib. I'm about to give you a massage. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm about to start tickling that G spot. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna start out with my fingers, and then I'm gonna put these inches up in there and push back the walls real quick. Move some furniture up in that pussy. You feel me? Yo, you say that shit. You say that shit to come, nigga. I better. Yeah, I'm giving y'all too much fucking game. Get out of here, man. Get out. Call her. Be more. Just be more consistent. Focus on what you want to be more consistent. You got me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, bro.
All right, appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Take it easy, man. Thanks for calling, man. Let me see what we got. We got you wanna kill the lines and then do these questions, man?
Yeah, we could do that.
All right. Lines is done. No more calls, guys. We good on the calls. We just gonna take care of these questions and get up out of here, man.
All right, so let's see what this says. It says, is it true holding your semen makes women gravitate to me and talk or send me choosing signals more? No. Yes. Y'all niggas need to stop watching these damn semen retention videos, man.
No. The gravitational pull of your heavy sack of semen will force all the women towards you, bro.
Right.
Just keep not beating off and not fucking. You good?
Right.
I'm bullshitting. Nah, it's not true, bro. It's not true. What makes a woman gravitate to you is you knowing who you are and you being sociable and being cool and telling these women, girl, I got a prostate full of semen and I'm trying to bust it. Be like, hey girl, I've been watching YouTube and they be talking about no fap and semen retention. And I've been retaining my semen for the last 6 months, girl. I'm trying to bust a big ass nut right on your forehead. You down? You ready? You want to do it?
You stupid. So does that mean she don't respect him based on your example of spending time with her all week? But she says we don't spend time together. If she respect him, she'd be grateful for that time. I'll say yes and no though. And the reason why I say yes and no, I say yes. She doesn't respect it because she's being ungrateful.
Right.
But no, because you also have to remember women talk shit about shit that's not happening. You see what I'm saying? Because even if because he'll be like, oh, I feel like we didn't spend time together because we didn't like do enough activities. So you could have did 6 activities because you didn't do 7, she felt like it, you understand? And the next time you do 7 and she's like, but I feel like we should have did 8. You see what I'm saying? So it's just the way that they're thinking. So this is what we're saying, like, don't take that seriously because what happens is you fall down this rabbit hole and then you drive yourself insane. Because you're trying to express to her logically something that has no logic in it. It's a fool's errand. This is what we're trying to tell you guys. Like, don't even bother.
Facts.
It says, if y'all were born in today's world, if y'all was born in today's world and y'all were in your 20s today, would y'all jump straight into creating content or would you feel the need to live some life before spreading your message? What do you mean? If we were 20 and we were like 20 years old trying to spit game, I mean, I would live more life because I wouldn't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Right, exactly. Hey, why the fuck you think we got so many 21-year-old callers?
Right, exactly. So I would because even when I first started YouTube, I was like, I think 27 at the time, 28. So I was still pretty young. But what I always did was I would only talk about what I knew.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if something came up that I didn't know, I would say, oh, I heard so-and-so say this. Or I say, hey, you should check out so-and-so. They should, you understand what I'm saying? But if I didn't know it, I wouldn't say it. But the problem is you have a bunch of people that don't know shit, but they're saying shit and they're talking about shit they don't know. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Lil Kev said, if y'all share a house together, then it would be best to apologize to her. Why have a bad vibe in the home because of your ego. So basically what Little Kevin's saying that even if you didn't, this is what I'm implying, he's saying, even if you didn't do anything wrong, he's saying you should still apologize to your woman so there won't be bad vibes in the house. No. You never, ever do that shit. Some guys do that. They'll say sorry just to shut her up.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they didn't do anything wrong.
Exactly. You apologizing because you scared of your bitch or you scared of losing your bitch. Don't do that.
Exactly. Says, what are all the qualifying questions you should never answer besides age and work? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Christopher, you got to elaborate a little bit.
I will say this to answer his question. You need to get more experience dealing with women so you can know when you're being qualified.
That's the fact.
Because there's a difference between a woman honestly trying to get to know you and a woman trying to qualify you within a given situation. So like with the homie who called in and he said that he was trying to set up the date and then she was like, how old are you? That's definitely, he was being qualified.
Exactly.
You understand? But if you want to date face to face and y'all, chilling, talking, the vibe is cool, and she's asking you questions about your life, that's a different, you know what I'm saying? That's a different thing. In a sense. So it's not about the questions, and it's not about the questions per se. It's about understanding when you're being qualified. It's about understanding the context and the intention of her questioning.
Right. Exactly. Can Pops tap dance in the backyard on Mars? What?
Yes.
What is he talking about? I have no idea what he's talking about. Miles, are you going to make a masculine identity toothpaste since people claim the chemicals companies use lower testosterone?
Hey, you know what? Hey, shit. I'm not saying no. Be on the lookout. You know what I'm saying? I just really love soap. So that's why I was like, man, I want to make my own damn soap. You know what I mean?
No, it could be a whole list of products that we come out with and shit. When you whisper in her left ear, is it left from our perspective or left from her perspective? I don't know. Is it from her, like her left ear?
It's her left ear. Her look at her anatomy and use in the left ear from her perspective. Yes, right. Her perspective. It says Ellen Roger Curry once again.
Right. It says, let's say you have a main chick and she knows you deal with other chicks. Should you tell the new chicks you just met that you already have a girl, even if they don't ask? Now, this is what I say about this, right? If you don't have to tell those new chicks, you understand what I'm saying? But if you're in a situation where, let's say, for example, you meet a girl off a dating site and she has the assumption that you don't have a chick, right? Then you want to basically let her know that, hey, I'm not just like a monogamous motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why you would let them know that if they have the assumption that you're just some single dude is because the way they're going to come at you is based off of that assumption. You see what I'm saying? But you don't necessarily have to tell them if you don't want to, because you just meeting a chick and you just feeling around and seeing what's popping. She don't need to know all your information. But if you were on like a date or something from an app or whatever it is, or you're interacting with a chick on a date or something like that, or you're hollering at some chick and you can tell she assumes that you're just a single dude with no chick that you're fucking with, then you got to basically let her know the reality of the situation. Right. Because a lot of times what'll happen is if she thinks you're just a single guy who's also just monogamous, right? Then she's going to think she has a chance to be like your main woman or your girl or anything. You understand what I'm saying? Or this is going to go in this direction. Right. And then it's going to be a whole bunch of issues later on down the line. So it's almost like you got to paint the world for her so she knows what she needs to do and what she's getting into.
And sometimes I say some shit like this. I say, hey, don't be liking me too much, because if we start vibing, don't think I'm going to erase all my dating apps.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
You saying little shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So they know what it is, where it's like, yeah, take it easy, bitch. Like you need time to prove to a nigga before you could get any type of status. And yes, I will be fucking with other bitches and still going on dates. You feel me? Right. So that type of shit.
It's funny. I was on a date with this chick once, and she was like, "Oh, I think it's disrespectful to single women for me not to put on my profile that I have a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I said, it says non-monogamous though. What the fuck are you talking about? But she was like, oh, but that doesn't mean you have a girl. You can just be single and be non-monogamous. But I was like, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm non-monogamous.
It doesn't matter. I'm just meeting you for the first time. That's none of your fucking business.
Exactly. Like I don't even really have to put that on the app. I don't have to even say that. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that to let you know, but I don't even have to do that. So I'm already giving you a courtesy for that. You feel what I'm saying? But see, a lot of times what happens is, and this is what you guys got to understand, is women a lot of times will feel entitled to your commitment off the rip.
Especially when they want to fuck you too.
Right, exactly.
A lot of them, they look at you and they're attracted to you, and in their minds, they're just like, well, I'm trying to give him this pussy, so he need to be, cutting off all these other chicks.
Exactly. Right. You're right.
And it's only the first fucking date, and you're like, bitch, like, what is wrong with you?
Right.
And then when you talk to her, she's like, yeah, but that's just how I feel, and that's why you're not supposed to take 99% of women's feelings.
Facts. Exactly. See how it goes right back to the fucking topic?
Facts. You care how you feel.
Oh, it's hilarious, man. It's funny, man. It's so funny. I think that's all the questions. I think we good.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, man. So guys, that's pretty much it. Remember, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com and masculineidentitymembership.com. Make sure you guys get up on that. Join all the memberships. You feel what I'm saying? Badboymembership.com, masculineidentitymembership.com. Make sure you guys get the soap at masculineidentitymembership.com. Make sure you get that shit. You feel what I'm saying? My bad. I gotta take this off. And make sure that you guys go to the badboystyle.com to get the shirts. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys check out K Zaggin and Miles tomorrow. The Manhood is a Skill Set show. You feel what I mean? Make sure you guys also check us out on Sunday on the Real Game No Theory show. You feel what I mean? And be on the lookout. We'll have the seminar out soon. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got I just spoke to the editor today. He's working on it, man. So the seminar's coming out, man. It's gonna be lit, man. Y'all could purchase it and all that cool shit, so y'all can see what y'all missed at the seminar, man. We're gonna have the speeches and we're gonna have the Q&A for y'all, so y'all be able to hear everything.
Right, and also be on the lookout for the next seminar coming out soon. So you guys get your tickets when it comes out.
Exactly.
Don't be sleeping on this because
Exactly. And the next seminar is going to be in Vegas, man. So if you don't live in Vegas, start putting your coins away now. We actually excuse me, me and Queen Planner, you know what I'm saying? We working on the stuff. We trying to lock some shit down by this weekend. So hopefully we have we at least have the venue and the date for the following week. Then we're going to start, really locking in the speakers and everything like that. But once we get the date and the venue, we'll start announcing the official date. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we working. It's gonna happen. All right.
All right, people. So that's pretty much it, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in, and we will holler at y'all later.
Go to Bad Boy Style, thebadboystyle.com to get your t-shirts.
Exactly. Get them t-shirts, people. And we will holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. Out. When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're going to have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.